What's up, weirdos? What's going on, guys? One last video before we call it a night. Guys, the market is nice and green today. Bitcoin's doing something nice. I found a very interesting pattern on the Bitcoin chart on the daily time frame that I have not seen anybody point out yet. We're going to get into it, and you are going to love it. All right, first, let's have a look across the market, guys. We also have a Jasmi update as well, so stay tuned for that. And Onyx Coin. XCN. Jasmi up 1.5% on the day, down, well, pretty much even on the day, down 4.1 on the month, and 25.8 on the year, down 2 spots and ranked to 83. A $662 million market cap, 31 million in volume. Swiftcoin's up 2.2 on the day, down 1.5 on the week, up 22.3 on the month, and 190% on the year, down 2 spots and ranked at 252. $139 million market cap, 2.38 million in volume. Volume still a lot lower on Swiftcoin than I would prefer, but beggars can't be choosers. XCN up 2.7% on the day, down 14.5 on the week, 54.7 on the month, up and up 899% on the year, down 1 spot and ranked to 90. A $616 million market cap, 55 million in volume. And ZBEC up 1% on the day, 5 on the week, 3 on the month, and down 55 on the year, down 5 spots in rank to 355. An $80 million market cap, 10 million in volume. Market's looking pretty juicy right about now, guys. Looking pretty juicy. All right, so let's go have a look at the Bitcoin chart first of all. Now, if you'll see, I'll remove this. I put this, the lines in here. This kind of looks like a bull pennant forming that's been forming on the daily time frame here for Bitcoin. Now, on the breakout, now looks like we're trying to break out right now. We're sitting at $85,037, so just barely above 85. On the breakout here, we would come up to about $90,000, which would get us nicely above that $88,000 threshold. If we can get up there, if we do have this breakout to the upside and we close a couple of daily candles above 88K, guys, I think we are starting to get ready to go here. This would be, now this is the first step in a leg up. Obviously, we need to see this. This would be officially putting in a higher high, which would put us above here, this area here. We got to get above that. It would put us right on par with this level right here. We had a support and then a rejection, resistance. So I have not seen anybody else kind of notice this bull pennant yet, though, on the daily time frame here for Bitcoin. So we'll see if other people start talking about it once it plays out or whatever, but it doesn't matter, you know, who talks about whatever, right? It's all good. As long as it moves to the upside, that's what we want to see here, right, guys? Doesn't matter who found it. So let's see this move to the upside again. It's not guaranteed, but these generally do break to the upside. So about 70% of the time, these break to the upside, okay? So there's about a 30% chance that we break to the downside. And, I mean, that could be from any macroeconomic news, from the White House or whatever the case might be, right? But if nothing bad happens, there's about a 70% chance that we could break to the upside here, up around that 90K level. Now, what matters to me is we get above 88 and we start closing multiple daily candles above that $88,000 level. That's what we want to see next. So very, very bullish if this plays out, guys. It's going to play out soon by the looks of it too, probably after the weekend's over. I wouldn't bet my money, my house, on it happening on the weekend because, I mean, there's not going to be a whole lot of volume over Easter weekend. But maybe by Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday next week, we could see this break to the upside if it even has that many days left in it. It looks like, I mean, it's getting pretty close to its peak here. So we'll see how it plays out, guys. We'll keep a track of it, multiple times a day, every day. If you're new here, make sure you subscribe to the channel so you can track this with us. We do 3 videos a day plus 2 live streams, so you will not miss out on the latest and greatest. Now, we got a bunch of news to get into here, guys. But first, a quick shout out to the channel sponsor, Descent Self-Custody Wallet, guys. Do not leave your crypto on exchanges. Get yourself a cold storage wallet, not your keys, not your coins. Use our link down below. Get a fantastic deal. You can stake your Onyx coin through the Onyx protocol, your XCN, while keeping it on your Descent wallet, and much, much more, guys. Check it out. Use our link down below. We got some XCN news here. Onyx coin, new listing on Wirex. You can now trade XCN on Wirex. New listing. Love to see that. Breaking news. Breaking news. And we have this piece on Jasmi. Jasmi set to surge in hours. What's fueling the hype? After enduring a massive 61% drop over the past 90 days, Jasmi bounced back with gains of 114% in the last week. The token now appears to be indicating a potential bullish recovery. In an in-depth analysis of the daily chart, reveals that Jasmi is displaying a classic descending wedge pattern on the verge of breaking out. A bullish reversal pattern often seen before significant recoveries. The breakout occurred around April 11th when Jasmi sharply rebounded on the support at 2080, driving the price up around 1 cent 349 at the time of writing. Interestingly, this setup mirrors a previous similar breakout in late 2024. At the time, after a prolonged consolidation around the 50-day moving average, Jasmi had surged with an impressive 200% increase. Today, the pattern looks strangely similar. Jasmi is once again consolidating around the 50 MA, hinting at a possible repeat performance in the moment if the momentum holds. As you can see, here's the first channel. And we have the exact same thing happening here, guys. Look at the price surge that happened on the breakout. Same thing's coming, guys. It's going to be absolutely beautiful. All right, continuing on here from Cointelegraph. They say on their tweet, Binance users have completed voting on the potential token delisting, requiring at least 0.01 BNB for their balance to participate. Leading the vote, FTT, ZEC, Jasmi, GPS, and PDA. I wonder if they actually have the cojones to follow through on it, because it's going to cause a lot of backlash on Binance, considering the fact that they have a competitive project to Jasmi that they launched a couple of years after Jasmi, and then immediately put Jasmi in the monitoring zone. That's illegal, right? So we'll see what happens. I wouldn't be shocked to see the SEC get involved with this kind of activity. This is very, very bad acting in the space. Recently, Binance concluded its second round of token delisting votes, and unfortunately, Jasmi received the third most votes for delisting. This is why, guys, this is why you cannot allow people in crypto to vote on projects being delisted, because people in crypto, for the most part, the average retail investor is not mature enough to be in crypto. They're not mature enough to be in investing. There are people who are voting for Jasmi to be delisted and other projects simply because they think it's funny, right? So you're allowing these degenerate people to crash other human beings' portfolios because they think it's funny. That's illegal. There's a reason you don't see the stock market, the New York Stock Exchange, doing stuff like this, because the SEC would be after them lickety split. Do not be surprised to see the SEC going after Binance for this type of activity. While no final decisions has been made yet, the uncertainty surrounding the potential delisting has cast a bearish cloud over Jasmi's short-term prospects. Until Binance officially announces the results of the second round delisting vote, traders must exercise caution. A delisting could greatly impact liquidity and trigger a massive sell-off. Jasmi is at a critical juncture. The technical setup closely resembles its previous 200% surge, suggesting significant upside potential. However, the risk of delisting by Binance could swiftly reverse the trend. The coming days will be crucial for Jasmi's fate. So for me, guys, personally, what do I believe? I believe Binance is in fact going to delist Jasmi. That is my belief. This is the second time they've put Jasmi up to be delisted in 3 weeks. They're very clearly trying to get Jasmi to win the vote to delist them. I think it's not a matter of if, I think it's a matter of when. So what I say is rip the Band-Aid off, do it. Let's file a complaint with the SEC and have them investigate the case. Have them investigate what Binance did here. Because, again, if you don't understand, Jasmi launched their project, which handles data democracy, right? The ownership and monetization of the individual's data was their primary focus and utility. 2 years later, 2019, 3 years later, Binance decided to launch a company, a project that does the exact same thing as Jasmi, data democratization and monetization, called Greenfield. And then they immediately put Jasmi in the monitoring zone. Not a coincidence. That's you can't do that in business, right? If that's like, I don't know, let's say the company behind owning the New York Stock Exchange decided to launch a project similar to Apple and then immediately delisted Apple stock. You can't do that, right? So, yeah. Anyway, in case of an upswing, Jasmi will need to break the resistance at 1 cent 8 convincingly to then target 2 cents 5. This would represent an 89% increase from its current level. A break of the latter could trigger more of a 40% rise to 3 cents 4. My prediction is, my target, for Jasmi on this breakout is 3 cents 1. So Jasmi could increase by 143% in the event of Bitcoin's uptrend beyond $90,000. Funny how that number just popped up, $90,000, because the TA that we just did on the bull pennant on Bitcoin's chart lands Bitcoin where? $90,000. Interesting. So we'll see how things play out, guys, but I want to know what you guys think. Now listen, what we do over on the Patreon, guys, we train people to become better traders and investors in this space. If you don't know how to do proper research, learning about proper tokenomics, how to research the ins and outs of companies, how to identify good projects you should be investing in, guys, we can train you on how to do this kind of stuff over on the Patreon. Don't get sucked into the euphoria and clickbait, moon boy titles and stuff like that to handle your investment strategies. Come aboard, join our educational programs, guys. Let's get you trained. Let's get you moving in the right direction to be successful in this space. Be a better trader, be a better investor, be smart, learn how to create exit strategies, profit-taking plans, and so much more. We're live over on the Patreon every single day as well. We drop educational videos, microcap gem videos if you want to get in early on microcap gems. You can also book one-on-one coaching calls with me personally over there for free. So get over there, guys. Book your one-on-one coaching calls. If you like, we can sit down, have a conversation about your portfolio. Make sure you're not over-diversified or under-diversified. A lot of people that I talk to over there, one of the first things they want to do is they want an assessment of their portfolios because they're unsure of whether they're headed in the right direction, whether the projects that they have and the exit price points that they've designated for their projects is either too high, too low, or what. So that's what we help people do over there as well, guys. So come on aboard. Let's have a look at your portfolio. Let's get you pointed in the right direction. And let's make sure also you know how and when to take profits and how and when to identify projects you should roll those profits into. Um, yeah, and so much more, guys. Check it out. The link will be down below. Click like if you like this video. Click subscribe if you really liked it. I'll see you guys in the next one. God bless.